Hiker Jay here. I'm in my off-grid RV and I've been really needing to upgrade the refrigerator. So I've got the Newair 122 quart freezer refrigerator here and I'm super excited to be sharing it with you. It's kind of cramped back in here, so what I'm gonna do is take it out on the porch. I'm gonna share with you the build of it, how it functions, and how I plan to use it. Let's check it out. This is where it's actually gonna sit. This is gonna be really nice. This is the old refrigerator. I can turn this into a pantry, which would be great. What I love is that it's a sit down. So when you open it up, you're not losing all the cool air out of it. The cool air settles and holds in there. So I think it's gonna work out really nice, tucked back in there. Huge fridge. I should be able to have enough food for over a week, no problem. Let's take this outside and check it out. Before we get into the review, if this is the first time to my channel, thanks for stopping by. If you could hit subscribe, that'd be awesome. I put out new videos on outdoor gear all the time. And as always, the links to all the products will be down in the description down below. Full disclosure, Newair did send this to me free to review for you, so I just wanted you to know that. Let's get into the review. All right, we have it outside now so we can move it around. I'm gonna start with power because it has so many different options here. Of course, we're working off of a plug-in right now for 12 volt, but you can use a regular plug as well, and then solar. Here's the coolest part. This little hatch opens up and you can have a battery system that goes in here. So if you did want to take this to the beach or something, didn't have a power source, you could have that in here. Or you could leave it in here charged, so if you lost power, your refrigerator would keep running and you wouldn't lose everything. Having all these different options are really important when you're thinking off-grid. All right, let's move on to construction, like how it functions. It has a handle on the back here. Handle and handle here work great for being able to pick it up like that. It's not super light. Obviously, it's a big refrigerator, but I can handle it all by myself. This is really cool. This slides out and lifts up so that you can use the wheels in the back. The wheels are great. I've had no problem getting it across grass or whatever. I really haven't tried it in sand, so I can't really speak to that. And it has locks on here, which I like. It has two sides, refrigerator and freezer. Freezer's a little bit smaller because it actually has the compressor underneath it right there. Let's talk about the compressor. The compressor is actually quite quiet. It is not a loud compressor, and you want that when you're in something small like an RV like that. It will make more noise when it's ramping up, when it's super warm and just starting out. But once you actually get it down to temperature, it's really quiet. Now the lids, they have a locking mechanism right here, so it can't just bump open. So it does lock, but you got to push it down. What I love is it has grooves on the front and back, so these can be switched around so that you can use it to open on either side. They do open all the way and they have stoppers, so that hits the vehicle, but they won't go too far. Each lid also has these rubber seals going all the way around. That's really, really important because if you just have plastic to plastic, so much cold air is going to actually exchange with warm air and it's not going to be very effective. That's where you're going to lose all that like temperature gain that you get. What's nice is it is a top loading, so a lot of the cold stays down below, and that's awesome. You can see the freezer space is a little bit smaller because the compressor is there, but this is a whole waffle box. You can fit a ton in here. I haven't restocked it yet because I got to switch out the refrigerator and everything. On this side, look at how deep this is. I mean, these are Gatorades, no problem. This thing is super deep, tons of room. Like I said, this thing is 122 quarts combined, and that's pretty awesome. What's great too is you do have the freezer side. So if you want to use it as a fridge, you could keep it a little bit warmer and use it as a fridge, not a freezer. So you could expand it depending on what you want to use. All right, so I'm realizing I should have done the control on the inside because it's a little bit hard to see, but I think you can see it. Has on off options. This side is the freezer. You can see the little icon down there. It's a smaller one. So that's the freezer. Warmed up a little bit when I brought it out here. And then this is the refrigerator. And of course your battery level and how many volts is actually drawing out, 13 volts. I've got an eco. It also has like a faster mode that will cool it down a lot quicker. Then you have your up and down for changing your temperature. And the last thing they have here is a USB plug for you, so you could plug in if you're at the beach and get some power on your phone if you needed to. So my final thoughts on the Newair 122 quart, absolutely love it. It's perfect for something like this where we're going to be out here a whole week and I'll be able to have groceries, cold groceries, to make it the whole week. The little one has been awesome for a weekender, 3-4 day type thing, but this is going to be great for being stationary out here and using it on the off-grid RV. Pretty excited about it.